Hi everybody, it's Trisha the Knitting Lady. I am doing this as a public service announcement. I told you on my channel I'm going to have different categories and this is one of them. And I'm going to stop playing with my glasses. So I hope everybody had a good week. And I'm going to get into something somewhat serious, but we're going to have a few laughs about it, if we can. So work has begun for me since the IRS has opened its filing date. It's January 24th, but still we're not getting a lot of calls yet. I know they've come out and advised people to file early, but people don't get their documents early. I don't get it. But anyway, in my real life, not Trisha the Knitting Lady life. See, I told you about these glasses. I should change my glasses. But I am an enrolled agent. Now you're going to say, what is an enrolled agent? A lot of people don't know about enrolled agents. They always ask for CPAs. Now, a CPA is a certified public accountant. Not all accountants do taxes. Enrolled agent, that's all we do. We just deal with taxes. We are really a tax professional. We're federally authorized. We're a federally authorized tax practitioner empowered by the U.S. Department of the Treasury. We represent taxpayers before the IRS, and we can represent them regarding audits, collections, and appeals. And an enrolled agent is the highest credential awarded by the Internal Revenue Service. I didn't know that. I mean, I've had it for a number of years. I just had to renew it as well. I just got my paperwork yesterday. It's the mailman would say, "What's the big envelope from the IRS?" I mean, he didn't say that, but when he put in my mailbox, he must have thought, well, it was my card and saying I'm good until 2025. I have to renew it every 3 years. Now, every year, I have to renew what they call a P10 number. It's PTIN. It's Prepared Taxes Identification Number. And you have to get a P10 if you prepare over a certain number of returns every year. Now, if you're just doing it for your friends and family, you don't have to get P10. But I'm in a different category. Plus, I sign returns, so I need a P10. For that, I have to do so much continuing ed, 16 hours every year, at least. Now, for an enrolled agent, in addition, every 3 years, I have to have a total of 75 hours. I'm usually well over that. I'm usually over 100 hours. But that's why I'm always looking to take courses. You know, there's one company that offers free courses to get an hour of we call it CPE credit. So when I see that, it's like, okay, if I can relate to it. I've got a lot of education by cryptocurrency through that. Not that I still understand it, I don't. So I am not going to offer you advice on crypto because I just still don't get it. But each their own. Now, there was an article in the paper not too long ago that, now where did I put it? Erie County Sheriff's Office put something on Facebook. Now, I don't know where the Erie County Sheriff's Office is, but it doesn't really matter. They were offering to help people filing their taxes if they, illegally received, smash and grab, whatever. Now, people have wrote in the comments That's a silly law that you had to report that income. It's been on the books for years. I had a laugh when I read that, the comments. I'm like, that's one thing you first learn. You have to report all income. That's an IRS law. It's right there in the official IRS tax instructions. Income from illegal activities, such as money from dealing illegal drugs, must be included in your income on Form 1040, line 21. Line 21 is other income. Or you could report on Schedule C, which is self-employment taxes. Not surprisingly, tax experts say few criminals declare their loot, but some do. Often when they're either been caught during the tax year or think they're about to be caught. And when I was going for my master's in tax, the tax professor, I took one course with, all the tax professors were tax attorneys, but this one, I'll just call him Ted. Well, that was his name, but I don't remember his last name. He was doing tax returns for someone who was a lady of the evening. She got caught, and she claimed that she really didn't have to file because she would have got a refund every year. Well, she had to prove it. So she and Ted got together and redid all her tax forms for years. The trouble is, if you file every year, and I always tell people to file every year even if you have no income. Number one, because there's a big problem with ID fraud. So you want to make sure you file, that nobody else files for you. And number two, if you file, the IRS can only go back 3 years. You skip a year or you haven't filed, they can go back, you name it, 40 years, whatever. Their time has no limit. So I think they agreed with 10 years. So they had to go back and do 10 years of taxes for this one lady. So the goal, to avoid getting charged twice, which would happen, you would get charged once for your initial crime and again for evading taxes on your windfall. After all, it was tax charges that ultimately put away Al Capone. The IRS doesn't fool around. And they don't require any details on your return beyond approximation of how much you made. And if you can create a paper trail, that's helpful. So if you tell the IRS you made $1 million from stealing money or dealing drugs, legally they can't tip off the cops unless the law enforcement agency gets a court order granting it access to a taxpayer's return. So that would delay things. So I would suggest there's been a lot of smash and grab file your taxes, because there's things you can take off. Say if you're a lady of the evening, afternoon, lunchtime, whatever, and you have a child, don't you get child tax credit for that child? Or the deduction for that child? You might be missing out on deductions. And also, if it's your own business, you can declare expenses. What if you're paying a pimp? That's an expense. The certain clothes you make. I'm being serious now. You might think I'm joking. I'm not joking. Also, if you have a smash and grab business, there's expenses with that. Okay, you're on your own. You usually file single, or maybe you don't file at all. You don't have any dependents. You say, okay, I had this smash and grab business. I didn't make more than $12,500, so I don't have to file. Well, I looked at the prices of handbags that are mostly stolen, and the cheapest one I saw was, what was it? I actually did research on this. A Michael Kors bag that went for $300. The cheapest Louis Vuitton, is that how you say it? I don't buy these bags, I don't know. Went for $950. Saint Laurent, $2,290. A Stella McCartney, the cheapest was $1,350. Gucci bags, you were talking about over $2,000 each. And the Hermes, Hermes, is that how you say it? They run into thousands of bags. In fact, there was a big, a lot of them stolen in Palms, was it Palm Springs? Not in Florida. What is that? Palm Beach. 13 of them were stolen. It was valued at over $1 million. So if you're stealing these bags and you're just reselling them for $100 each, you better rethink your strategy here, because you are robbing yourself. So say if you stole, we're going to pick the Gucci bags. You stole a bunch of Gucci bags, sold 10 of them. Now they're worth $2,300 each. That's over $23,000. You already made more than $12,500, and you could take a deduction for yourself. You can, or have, even with self-employment, you have expenses for that. So like I said, people were laughing at, say it's a silly rule. No, it's on the books. You're supposed to report all income. They're serious about that. So that's my lesson for today. The IRS doesn't open till the 24th, which is early, and you might have all your tax documents, and they're advising you to do it early. But if you do have an illegal business, number one, don't think you're not going to get caught, and I would report the income. Okay? All right, everybody have a good day. Bye.